humping. Dude, you put 2 rabbits together, dude, next thing you know, there's 100. And then the Easter eggs is fertility. Now, then why do we celebrate Easter? Why do you hide eggs and bunny rabbits? Well, think about what bunny rabbits are known for. Humping. Dude, you put 2 rabbits together, dude, next thing you know, there's 100. And then the Easter eggs is fertility. It was for the god of Ishtar. Isn't that crazy? Most people don't know that. Way back in the day, they celebrated by having orgies and making babies. So 9 months later, they could sacrifice those babies to Horus, the sun god, who was born December 25th, by the way. Now, when did they say Jesus was born? December 25th. He wasn't. And everybody knows that. You go ask any biblical scholar, they will say he was not born in December 25th. Then why are we celebrating Christmas? And why do we celebrate Easter?
This is the book of Jeremiah 10:1. It reads, Hear ye the word which the Lord Yahweh speaketh unto you, O house of Israel, which are the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. Shalom. I'd like to give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone who rule well. Peace and salutation to the Ufrid elect. This is your brother Ahmad Bayan coming to you with another video. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah HaKodash. Right, I bring on out this lesson here because a lot of people basically are celebrating this day, Easter, alright, and we just came out of that day called Good Friday, you know. This here is just to show how corrupted, you know, the world is, you know. And Esau Edom, the so-called white man, the top banking families, you know, the small actors, you know, we always express on who they are, alright, the elites of this world, you know, they have this world in this blinded state. Now it have a lot of people are waking up, you know, but they also not willing to come back to the Lord 100%, you know. They still have doubts, alright, they still of the world, okay, because that day called Good Friday, alright, in the Christian churches, you know, the Christianity, you know, they teach you that, you know, Good Friday is celebrating the day of that Lord Jesus Christ, right? Which that is not even his name. His name is Yahushai, alright. And that Friday, that Monday, that Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all these different days of the week is actually pagan gods, right? But that's a different lesson by itself, okay. But the Lord never gave us those kind of names for the days, you know. Everything was day 1, day 2, day 3 when you go back to the book of Genesis, okay. So the Good Friday is representing the day of Yahushai, who the world is ignorantly called Jesus Christ, which he died and was rose the 3rd day, alright. And the Christian churches, you know, they I don't know how they get 3 days from that, from Friday to Sunday. That is not 3 days, you know, because the day is actually starting in the evening till the next evening, alright. And you will get the understanding in Genesis, alright. So it's saying here, Genesis 1:1, in the beginning power created the heavens and the earth, you know, we jumping down, you know, Tolaka time, verse 4, and Power saw that the light, that it was good, and Power divided the light from the darkness, and Power called the light day, and the darkness he called night, and the evening, and look at it here, and the evening and the morning were the first day. Alright, it wasn't Sunday, it wasn't Monday, it wasn't any of those things, it was the first day. Alright, now there's a whole lesson by itself here also, but I'm just showing that from the evening, alright, the evening and morning is the first day, which the next evening is going into the second day. Alright, so if you count it like Friday, right, you started from Friday evening, you started from the evening till the next evening, which is Saturday, that is one day, and then from the Saturday evening to the Sunday evening is another day. That's only 2 days you count there. Alright, so this is just showing you that these, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, his mathematics is completely off. Alright, so is his holidays, it is off. Alright, because we just came out of today is Sunday. Alright, as all you know it as. We just came out of the Passover, celebrating the Passover, the feast of unleavened bread. Alright, which all you are going into the feast of Easter. Alright, so let's bring us some scriptures, to prove that Easter, Easter was this Easter is basically paganism, is basically a typo on the scripture, because all the other translations they have it as the Passover. Alright, which we know that is correct. So let's get Acts 12 and 4. It says here, let's go in quick, straight to the point, for the essence of time. It says here, and when he had apprehended him, alright, and this is talking about Peter here, right? When he had apprehended him, he put him in prison and delivered him to 4 quaternions, Salakia, if I get the word wrong, of soldiers, to keep him, intending after Easter to bring him forth the people. Alright, now I should have bring this out in the Blue Letter Bible, just to show you. Let's bear with my Babu Kasha. Alright, Acts 12. You see in here Peter's arrest and deliverance. Alright, so we just read it there. We're going into Easter. Alright, verse 3. We're going into Easter. And we're going to see what Easter means. Alright.
Strong's G 3957. Pascha.
Alright, Pascha. Where you're reading the outline of biblical usage, is saying the Paschal sacrifice, which was accustomed to be offered for the people's deliverance of old from Egypt. The Paschal lamb, i.e., the lamb the Israelites were accustomed to slay and eat on the 14th day of the month of Nisan, the first month of the year. You see that? First month of the year. So it is called January the 1st, month of the year, which that again is completely off from Esau Edom, the so-called white man. It's just showing you that he been lying to all you for the longest while. We all have been lied to, but only when you come into this truth, you will get the 100% truth. You will get the understanding, and then you follow Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, with truth and sincerity. Alright, so it says here, the first month of the year, in memory of the day of which their fathers, preparing to depart from Egypt, were bidden by power to slay and eat a lamb, and to sprinkle their doors, to sprinkle their doorposts with the blood that the destroying angel, which is Yahushai, which the world is ignorantly called Jesus Christ, right? Which is Yahushai in spirit, used to come and destroy them Egyptians and whatnot, back then for the Passover. And for all who have the blood of the lamb across over their doorposts, the Lord will not, he won't smite there. Alright? So it says here, seeing the blood might pass over their dwelling, and Mashiach crucified is likened to be slain Paschal lamb. Alright? So showing you here the Paschal supper, the Paschal feast, the feast of the Passover. You see? So that same Easter going into the Passover. Alright? And this is what all your Christians today just celebrate Easter and going into a lot of wickedness. It's just only paganism. Right? It's just paganism. And we not to learn the ways of the heathens. Alright? It's saying here, extending from the 14th to the 20th day of the month Nisan. Alright, so look, from the 14th to the 20th day. Alright, that's 7 days. 7 days you have the feast of the unleavened bread. You eat unleavened bread. Alright, now let's go back up. Let's go here to H6453.
Strong's H, 6453. Pesach.
Alright, Pesach. It says here Passover, sacrifice of Passover, animal victim of Passover, festival of the Passover. Alright, festival of the Passover. So this is just it, This is just to show you all the Christians and them, all they celebrating a pagan holiday. Alright? And have all the little children in celebrating and doing this foolishness. Taking the egg and coloring it, and have your children going to search on an Easter hunt and all these things. This time all they're going to be hunted. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to hunt all the ass down and take all the out. Alright? Now let's get into some scriptures. Now we read it in Acts. Now we go into the Good News translation, the Good News Bible. Alright, we go into Acts. Acts 12 and 4. So you see talking about Peter here. It says here, after this arrest, Peter was put in jail, where he was handed over to be guarded by 4 groups of 4 soldiers each. Herod planned to put him on trial in public after Passover. Alright, so that same Easter is the Passover. What more they want to hear? How again they want to hear this? How again they want to hear this? Now let's go to the Now we went to the Blue Letter Bible already. Let's get Salakia, let's get the book of Numbers 28 and 16. It says, and straight to the point, and in the 14th day of the first month, so you remember we read it in the Blue Letter Bible, right? In the 14th day of the first month is the Passover of the Lord Yahweh, all right? And the 15th day of this month is the feast. 7 days shall unleavened bread be eaten, and that day we came out of spiritually just yesterday. It ended, you know. So there's just a lot of proof to show you, you know, that all you in a different mindset, all you so-called Christians, you know, you Israelites out there, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, you know, who are blinded up to this day, you know. So if it is all you come across this video, you know, all you have to know that, hey, all you're following in wickedness and all these other paganism, these and things, all you have to stop following these things and turn back to the Lord Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, alright, because we are living in the end of times, alright. This is not no time to get comfortable, to follow in the wicked ways of these heathens, you know. Let them stay in the wickedness, get away from those things. These things is not the ways of the Lord. Lord gave us holy days, alright. We are holy people. Holy means separate. We are holy people. Let the heathen stay in their wickedness. That's why the Lord said, learn not the ways of the heathen in the book of Jeremiah 10 and 2. Alright? This is the book of Hosea 4 and 6. It says, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law. Alright, you see in it here, the law of thy power. I will also forget thy children. So you don't want to be left out in the cold. You want to turn back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Alright? The Lord is a merciful power. He is also a terrible power. You know? You don't want to get him on the wrong side, because he's going to destroy you with death, famine, pestilence, and all these different things. So you want to sit down and you want to relax. You want to follow the ways of the heathens. You want to continue following in your forefathers, your ancestors' way, you know, which you are your forefathers, right? If you could understand reincarnation, hey, you all are really destroyed for a lack of knowledge. This is the book of Colossians 2 and 8. It reads, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Hamashiach. Alright, so they don't want to follow in the ways of the Lord, or they rather follow the tradition of men. Alright, these evil men, these people who come out with all these different paganism days, alright, and came out with all these different religions, or they rather follow in those sites. This is the book of Matthew 4 and 4. But he answered and said, and this is also the red letter here, this is Yahweh Shai speaking, who the world is ignorantly called Jesus Christ. It is written in red. It reads, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. Alright? So once you're in this truth, it is lawful now that you follow the ways of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai and not return back onto the world, because by you returning back onto the ways of the world, you basically turning back to your vomit. The ways they're like a dog returning onto your vomit. That's roughly paraphrasing. So you're following the wicked ways again. The Lord is basically calling every one of the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Alright? So let's get the book of let's get the book of Mark 7 and 6. It says, he answered and said unto them, Well has Esdras prophesied of you hypocrites, as it is written, the people honored me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. Alright, so are they in these churches, or they in these different mindset, are they calling up on the wrong names? Alright, or they just be calling up on the wrong names, and this is just to show you how they're going off. It says, verse 7, howbeit in vain do they worship me, teaching the doctrines, the commandments of men. Alright, the Lord gave us his commandments. He didn't give us these commandments of men. Alright, it says here, verse 8, for laying aside the commandment of power, ye hold the tradition of men, as the washing of pots and cups and many other such like things ye do. And he said unto them, full well ye reject the commandment of power, that ye may keep your own tradition. Alright, so all they put aside the ways of the Lord, from the days of old till this day, and all they refuse to turn back to the Lord, because all they rather keep in that old way of thinking, the traditions of men, and following these pagan holidays is the tradition of men. So they're completely going off, and the only way all they will be saved is by turning back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, who the world is ignorantly called God, Yahweh, and his only begotten Son, they ignorantly call him Jesus Christ. So they're completely going off. So I hope this lesson was edifying. Stay away from the ways of the heathens. Learn not the ways of them, because you are going to get destroyed just like them. You so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. This is a warning. You don't want to take heed, destruction unto you.